Sarah Jessica Parker, or SJP, became an international sensation when she starred in the hit HBO TV series Sex and the City. And just like that, she also became an instant fashion icon, having worn all sorts of branded clothes and shoes as Carrie, and had every trending style for every season. And just like the colors of the seasons, Sarah's love life has also been colorful, having dated gorgeous well-known Hollywood male celebrities. Hi, welcome to You Wanna Watch, and in this video, we're going to talk about Sarah Jessica Parker's ex-boyfriends in dating history. Starting off our list, we have Robert Downey Jr. For 8 years, Sarah Jessica Parker and Robert Downey Jr. were in a love relationship. In the 1984 drama Firstborn, they acted alongside each other. The two immediately hit it off and quickly began their courtship. Not long after, they decided to move in together. They were both really passionate about their love, despite the fact that they were just 18 years old when they moved in together. In one of Robert's interviews, he credits Sarah Jessica for helping him get his act together and taught him how to be more practical. Meanwhile, Robert's father claims that if it weren't for the Sex and the City star, the actor would have been useless. For Sarah Jessica, dating Robert was really adventurous and important. The couple moved into a Hollywood mansion together. Despite their richness and elegance, they were still kids at this stage. They had a lot of fun playing with their famous neighbors at the time because of their youth and humorous personality. They used to launch water balloon fights, according to the actors. They'd throw water balloons at their famous neighbors during these brawls. This was usually met back with their pals dousing the two of them with a garden hose. Unfortunately, Sarah Jessica and Robert's relationship changed from a healthy couple to that of a parent and child. She was always worried that her boyfriend would die. Robert struggled with drug and alcohol addictions, which took over his life and his relationship with Sarah. Fortunately, he has been sober for several years, which she was grateful for. Her relationship with Robert taught her how to be a parent, since the things she ended up caring about and the way she cared for Robert were the things that might be more suitable for a parent. Sarah Jessica revealed that despite no longer being in love with Robert, she claims she stayed with him. She did this because she was scared that if she left him, he would die. Robert admitted that his drug problem ended his relationship with Sarah. According to him, love was not enough to keep their relationship afloat. Sarah Jessica eventually had the courage to leave him. Over 2 decades after their split, Robert wanted to get some closure on his past relationship with Sarah and had dinner with the actress. He was introduced to Sarah Jessica's 3 children, whom she shares with her husband Matthew Broderick. According to Sarah, meeting with Robert was surprisingly not weird, and it was completely familiar. She also revealed that she always wanted the best for Robert and she never felt any resentment toward him. In 2005, Robert Downey Jr. was married to Susan Levin Downey, an American film producer, and they have 2 kids together. John F. Kennedy Jr. Sarah Jessica Parker dated John F. Kennedy Jr. briefly after her split from Robert Downey Jr. She described her relationship with John F. Kennedy Jr. as the Kennedy fiasco. When you think of a good relationship, the word fiasco does not come to mind. In 1992, that was exactly how Sarah Jessica described her time with JFK Jr. To be fair, she didn't seem to have a problem with John as a person. She referred to him as a good man shortly after their breakup in 1992, and she has spoken warmly of him, albeit briefly, after his death in 1999. The level of fame that came with dating him looks to have been a fiasco for her. In an interview with the New Times in 1992, Sarah Jessica claimed that when she met the young Kennedy, she had no idea what she was getting herself into. While she had previously appeared in films and television shows and dated well-known men, no one she met had the same amount of fame as JFK Jr. She described seeing photos of them together in newspapers when she thought no one was around felt surreal. Sarah Jessica would go on to achieve a lot more fame in the future. She earned the role of Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City a few years after the romance ended. Parker has kept a low public image while being a well-known New Yorker. Her personal life, as well as the lives of her 3 children, is mostly kept private. During her time with the youngest son of John and Jackie Kennedy, Sarah Jessica remained quiet. She has shied away from answering inquiries about John or their relationship since his death. She's never spoken about their 6-month affair, their breakup, or how his death in 1999 affected her. To be fair, Sarah Jessica had moved on and married Matthew Broderick by the time John died. At that time, John had also met and married Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. Still, she knows the public is curious. Sarah Jessica insists she would feel comfortable answering questions about their time together if John was alive today. In 2017, she explained why she has remained quiet about America's Prince since his death. Sarah Jessica said that if John were accomplishing all the things that she's certain he was going to accomplish and living a really joyful and adventurous life, then she would probably feel more comfortable answering more questions about him. Nicolas Cage. During the filming of Honeymoon in Vegas in 1991, Sarah Jessica may have dated Nicolas Cage. The co-stars were rumored to be dating in real life, but following the Kennedy fiasco, Sarah Jessica kept her dating under wraps. Regardless, the relationship didn't last long. By the time filming wrapped, she and Nicolas were no longer spending time together. Nicolas Cage married Erica Koike for only 4 days in 2019. Despite the fact that the couple had been dating for a year before they married, Nicolas eventually requested an annulment, alleging that he was too drunk to marry. And in February 2021, Nicolas was married to his fifth wife, Riko Shibata, and they are expecting their first child together. We are nearing the end of our video, but before we proceed, we would like to ask you to please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/c/YouWannaWatch2022 and follow us on our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/YouWannaWatch. Okay, now back to the story. Joshua Caddison. Sarah Jessica Parker was rumored to have had a relationship with Joshua Caddison in the early 1990s. Joshua is an American singer-songwriter, pianist, and writer who was born in Los Angeles, California. He is perhaps best known for the top 40 hits Jessie and Beautiful in My Eyes from his debut album Painted Desert Serenade. The song Jessie was Joshua's first hit and made a mark on adult contemporary radio with this song and its follow-up Beautiful in My Eyes. He dated Sarah Jessica and broke up with her before recording the song, leading to speculation that she is Jessie. Joshua avoids the subject, but Sarah Jessica has never been known to be nicknamed Jessie or to own a cat named Moses. Joshua spent most of 1994 and early 1995 writing and recording his second long player, but was taken by surprise when the UK finally fell for Jessie early in 1995. Joshua was active in the music industry until 2006 and offered new music in 2008 with his comeback return of the Dragonfly. Since then, Joshua has been very quiet, although he broke silence in June 2020 when he posted a video on YouTube as a tribute to Black Lives Matter. Michael J. Fox. Sarah Jessica Parker's romance with Mr. Big may have won us over when she played Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City, but she had a year-long relationship with Michael J. Fox from 1986 to 1987 before joining the blockbuster series. They were undoubtedly the Britney and Justin of their day at the height of their success. Michael Andrew Fox, known professionally as Michael J. Fox, is a Canadian-American actor, comedian, author, film producer, and activist with a film and television career spanning from the 1970s. At the age of 29, Michael was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and revealed his illness to the public in 1998. As the disease's symptoms worsened, he semi-retired from acting in 2000. Since then, he's been a proponent of cure research and formed the Michael J. Fox Foundation. Michael met his wife, Tracy Pollan, met him on the set of Family Ties where they played as a couple. They were married on July 16, 1988, at the West Mountain Inn in Arlington, Vermont. They have 4 children together. And finally, we have Matthew Broderick. Forever and always. In the 90s, Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick became friends over a shared love of musical theater, and over 30 years later, the music and their love are still going strong. In November 1991, shortly after Sarah Jessica split from longtime boyfriend Robert Downey Jr., the couple met through the world of Broadway. 2 of Sarah Jessica's brothers, Pippin and Toby, who co-founded the Naked Angels Theater Company in New York City, introduced Matthew to his future wife. It was not until a few months after they first crossed paths, however, that the Ferris Bueller's Day Off star asked Sarah Jessica on a date. For the first time in 1996, the two starred together on Broadway in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Sarah Jessica revealed her budding affair with the Inspector Gadget star, calling him the funniest fellow I've met in my whole life. According to her, Matthew is so bright and she thinks he's the most handsome man she has ever seen in her life. She added that Matthew motivates her. In 1997, the couple defied tradition by holding their wedding ceremony at a Lower East Side synagogue, which tricked their 100 guests into thinking they were attending a typical celebration. Sarah Jessica also defied expectations by opting for a Morgan Le Fay black gown rather than a typical white bridal gown. The newlyweds and their friends are said to have danced the night away to show songs. They welcomed their first child, son James, in 2002. They became parents to twin girls, Marion and Tabitha, via surrogacy 7 years later. The couple has always been able to rely on one another, especially when it comes to their ex-partners. After Robert Downey Jr., who dated Sarah Jessica from 1984 to 1991, indicated in October 2014 that he wanted to reconnect with her. Matthew was fine with it since they are great friends. The two actors have kept their romance as private as possible throughout their 20-year romance, which Sarah Jessica attributed to their theater backgrounds in 2013. Sarah Jessica claims she realized Matthew was her soulmate almost immediately after meeting him. She also remembered their first and second kisses, with the latter being the most memorable of the two. What do you think about our list? Are you a fan of Sarah Jessica Parker, Sex and the City, and Just Like That? Did we miss anything or anyone that you think should have been included? Let us know your thoughts by writing a comment on this video. If you're interested in our other videos, just hover over the videos and just press play. Until next time, watchers, thank you for watching our video.